There comes a moment in life, or perhaps several, when something breaks that can never be reassembled. Not a bone, not a dream, not even the heart. Something deeper, something underneath all of that. The illusion, the story we've carried since birth, the idea that we are a body, that we are this skin, this name, this face, that our worth can be measured in survival, success, performance, or even perfection. But then death arrives, and with it, the insult. Not only grief, not only absence, but insult to everything we thought we were. That's what I want to speak about today. Not just about the people I've lost, though I will mention them, but about the conditioning we've all inherited and how death reveals its lie. When Donna died, it was the first great crack because she had lived a life of rare beauty, in rhythm with the seasons, creating art with her hands, gardening, playing music. She moved with grace, eating in reverence, and honoring nature as a sacred temple. If ever there were a soul who should have been exempt from pain and decay, it was her. But death came, and it didn't care. That was the insult. And when my older brother died, it came as another blow. He had neglected his body for years, and in the end, he handed me the burden to make arrangements, to care for the body he could not. His leaving wasn't graceful. It was ragged, unresolved. And somehow it was left to me to find closure where there was none. Then came my friend Mona. Mona, who knew. She knew there was something beyond. She reached for it, prayed for it, tried to strip away the false. But still, she too was tethered, still bound to the matrix of fear, the need to survive, the desperate clinging to a body she couldn't control. She fought harder than anyone I've ever known, fought to live. And in the end, she didn't. That's when I saw it most clearly. This life, this simulated world, convinces us we are a body. It traps us inside a survival script. And we are taught to attach our worth to something that bleeds, ages, breaks. And then, when death comes, it feels personal. An insult to all our effort. A slap in the face of our beliefs, even the noble ones. But here's what I've begun to see. The insult isn't death. The insult is the lie we are told. That we were ever this fragile form in the first place. Death in its strange way, is the great clarifier. It strips away everything false. It shows us what cannot be held. And if we are willing, if we are truly listening, it offers a strange kind of freedom, like a doorway, not into belief, but into presence, into that which remains when everything else is gone. In my life, that doorway has been the emptying path and the unfolding of something I now call non-reactive intelligence. It isn't a teaching, it's a way of being. And when the accusations came after Donna's death, cruel, false, undeserved, unearned, I watched myself want to fight, to defend myself, to explain, to react. But something deeper within me whispered, no, empty, let go. And when my brother died, and I stood in the aftermath of his choices, I felt the burden rise in my chest. But again, something said, you are not responsible for what others refuse to face. And then when my dear friend Mona died, and all my prayers for her clarity, her freedom, seemed to vanish into silence, I finally stopped asking why. Instead, I sat and listened and emptied. What I discovered wasn't understanding. It wasn't a new belief to replace the old ones. Instead, it was silence. Spacious, living silence. And within it, a presence that did not need to explain anything. It came like peace with no opposite. A stillness that no death could insult. Non-reactive intelligence means I don't have to collapse into the illusion of injury. It means I can watch the waves come, sorrow, anger, confusion, and let them move through without becoming them. The emptying path means I no longer seek identity in what changes. I return again and again to what cannot be taken, not as spiritual performance, but as survival of the higher kind, soul survival. And so, if death has insulted your life, if someone dear left too soon, or too slowly, or too cruelly, and you find yourself aching for a reason, I offer you this. You are not the body. You are not the one who is wounded. You are not the story that was broken. You are presence, still, silent, invincible, and nothing, not even death, can touch that. If that feels distant or hard to believe right now, you don't need to fix it. Just begin to observe. Watch your breath. Look at a tree. Sit beside a river and ask gently, what part of me is untouched by all this? You may not hear an answer, but in the asking, you begin to remember. That's all I want to share for today. This space, listening presence, will return again as a quiet place where sorrow can soften and truth can rise without force. Until then, let the insults pass. Let the silence speak. And let presence endure. May peace be with you.